ပြည်သူကိုမျက်နှာမူပြီးရှေ့ထွက်ခဲ့ပါတနက်တဲ့ကြီးများလဲထုံထားတရားမျှတမှုသာအနိုင်ရမှာအလံဖြူကိုစိုက်ထွက်ခဲ့ပါ
Dear friends throughout Myanmar, I have known the people of Myanmar, your struggle for freedom, for democracy, for many, many years. Of all the leaders throughout Asia, I might be the one who knows Myanmar better. The first time I went to your country was in July 94. I spent 10 days in Myanmar, Karen territory. I entered Myanmar illegally by boat and landed on the shores of Myanmar through the Karen territory. To do what? I went there to provide training in human rights, democracy, and diplomacy. That was the first time that I went physically to Myanmar, illegally. Then again, when Timor-Leste became independent, in 2002, I went to Myanmar as foreign minister and to establish diplomatic relations between the newly independent Timor-Leste and the Union of Myanmar. At the time, I dealt with the military regime. We established diplomatic relations. And ever since, and even long before that, I always followed the brave struggle of the people of Myanmar for freedom, for democracy. I bow to Suu Kyi, who spent years in solitary confinement in her home for committing no crime, for committing only the noble act of wanting and fighting for freedom of her own people, her own country. The hopes of democracy spring of 2015 and 2020 were dashed, were destroyed by the Tatmadaw. All these years, I have warned the international community. I have alerted the international community about the situation in Myanmar. Almost the whole international community focused only on the plight of the Rohingya people. Right to focus on that tragic problem. The Rohingya are people of Myanmar. But the problem of Myanmar is larger than the people of Rohingya or Rakhine State. It is the whole of Myanmar that is enslaved by the military for almost 60 years since independence. My advice to the international community is to pay attention, close attention to the situation in Myanmar, to sanction the military strategically, focus, so that sanctions do not impact further, aggravate, exacerbate the lives of the people whom we want to help. But 2 years ago, Tatmadaw, in the face of the landslide victory of the NLD led by Suu Kyi, decided once again to abort democracy, imprison Suu Kyi in the most inhuman condition, and launch war on its own people. So today, my words, my message is to Tatmadaw but particularly to the soldiers who are the sons and daughters of the people. You, the senior officers, the captains, the majors, the sergeants, you who are children of the people, you should be proud of an army that protects the people. Cannot be an army that at the service of a few in Tatmadaw and oppress the people, kill the people, including innocent children and the women and the elderly, the school teachers, medical doctors, bankers, peasants. So I speak to you, the military, those serving in the army, in the Air Force, in the Navy, in the police. Do not turn your guns on your own people. They are your people. Myanmar was not invaded by another country. It is not Ukraine that was invaded by Russia. The same Russia that is providing the military equipment, aircraft, helicopters to Tatmadaw to kill innocent Myanmar people. So you, members of the Myanmar Armed Forces, you have a historical chance. This historical chance is say, we are no longer going to fight. We are going to stay in the barracks. We are not going to turn our guns on our own people. We are not going to turn the guns on the military leaders. That is not the solution. I would not want to see any senior military, any general, no matter his guilt of the crimes perpetrated during the 50 years, I wouldn't want to see justice by your own hands. The only thing I hope you do, and that you should do, is to say, we are not going to fight our own people. We are all going to stay in the barracks, or we go to the streets, but unarmed. No more people of Myanmar, no more children, women, mothers, aunties, grandmothers, artists, business people, intellectuals, academics, journalists are going to be in prison, are going to be killed. A grave responsibility on your shoulders, military of Myanmar. A great chance that you have to silence the guns, to lay down arms, to put the guns in the barracks. No more killing of your own people. There will be another democracy spring. There will be the dawn of a new life for the people of Myanmar, for Southeast Asia, for Asia. It is in your hands, military people of Myanmar, generals, officers, sergeants, soldiers. You can make a new dawn happen in Myanmar by simply not firing one single shot more. Merry Christmas to all of you as Christmas season approach. Even those who do not celebrate Christmas, are Buddhists, are Muslims, are Christians. Christmas is only a symbol, a message of solidarity, of humanity. Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year. Let's pray that 2024 will be a new dawn, a new democracy, new freedom for Myanmar. It is in your hands, brothers, sisters, in the armed forces of Myanmar, in the police force. Keep your guns in the barracks. Walk over to the democracy movement, to the nationality armies. Hug each other and put an end to this tragedy. God bless you all.